What's going on YouTube? Datzitteezy, chilling with Numpsy23 here.
Yo.
We went to the range today and we actually sighted in the Dbal-i2. Actually, Numpsy, he went to the range a few days ago and actually sighted his in. And we went to the range today and I actually sighted mine in today. So just want to cover a few things. Also with sighting in the laser, I actually had a chance to get the rifle nice and lubed up with that frog lube, and I have a really good second impression on it. First, we're going to talk about the rifles, though, and Numpsy's going to talk about his, and just kind of go through some of the experiences he had at the range today. So, go ahead, brother.
All right. Well, as you all know, I already had mine sighted in with the pressure switch on the left side, but I actually took it off, took a painter's pen, and marked where it was at, and put the laser back on to see if it would actually hold 0. And I'm surprised it actually did hold 0. So I mean, it's dead on. It was dead on before I took it off. It was dead on when I took it off, and pressure switch is holding up pretty good. And I was thinking about actually moving this to one of the either the left or the right side, or maybe possibly taking this off just to see how that would feel if I ran it. But I mean, I'm loving it where it is right now, so I'm not sure about that. Just let me know what you think about this in the video. So, but go ahead, brother.
And with my rifle, like I say, I finally had a chance to run it with some frog lube, and I was really impressed. Like I said, once it started to warm up, that frog lube that I initially put on there that had a kind of congealed began to loosen up. Also, with my laser, I've got it sighted in for right at about 50 yards, and we dialed it back a little bit just for a CQC application. I'm also not running the pressure switch. I'm just running the dome switch on the top, but I'm going to switch that out. I really like how the pressure switch and the application that Numpsy has on his rifle. I'm going to see if I can run the exact same application on mine. So. Once again, man, these rifles they're amazing to shoot. They're really fun to shoot, and especially this SBR. This SBR is phenomenal. There's hardly any recoil.
Talk about the rifle. trigger.
Also,
forgot about that.
This is the Dbal-i2 SSA. This is their competition trigger.
Actually, it's
or their combat trigger.
Their combat trigger. The ones it's their semi-automatic version that they built for U.S. SOCOM or U.S. Special Ops.
And just I had a chance to shoot it for the first time today, and there'll be some video up on it. But I've never experienced that thing is so clean and crisp when it breaks, and the reset is so solid on it. It's just really nice. Hell, even with that, I've got a Bushmaster mil-spec trigger in mine that came off this rifle. And it's, I mean...
You mean the BCM?
The BCM mil-spec trigger. I actually put it in mine this rifle.
Yeah.
And he put the Dbal-i2 in his rifle. And just the difference from that mil-spec trigger to this is, you can tell you can shoot this rifle much faster than you would be with the BCM trigger installed. So, also you'll notice that Numpsy he's taken off his bad lever. He just runs his... paddle switch on the other side.
Yeah, I came to the conclusion that, I mean, believe it or not, I mean, the battery system is a great system, but you can't always rely on it. I mean, it will eventually break, as you know. I mean, but like I said before, actually, what was it, PHA last year? I think it was when I was doing it was the video when I had the double feed at the very end of it. I noticed that when I was getting up from the prone, somehow the bolt closed by itself because of the battery assist was there. And after that happened, and after I did the PHA technical meet, I took it off and I was like, I'm not going to rely on that. I'm just going to rely on doing it the old-fashioned way. You know, I'm just as quick as using it the old-fashioned way as I was with the battery assist lever. So, but I still have it just in case for backup. But you know,
here's the target, guys, and we just want to show you this. This is with using the laser. We actually were kind of playing around with it at about 10 yards.
10, 11 maybe.
And so you guys can see, I I mean, it was dead on. These targets out here, we actually put the laser out here on purpose, just to see the hit and kind of differentiate from what we had here in the middle. But I mean, those things are dead on.
Right.
And like I said, really fun to shoot. And that's about it from my end, brother. You got anything?
Yeah, that's about it.
But this is point shooting, so we actually weren't looking
Down the optic, yeah.
through the optic. We just took the laser, put it on target, and canted the ARs at about maybe 60 degrees, and just did some point shooting with it. And this is what we came out with. So we found it very effective.
Right, and I mean, I've had this question before on my page. They asked us, why you can it? I mean, because if you think about it, if you look through the optic and you're using a laser, you're going to see 2 dots instead of just 1 dot. You know, so you can't it. And plus, I mean, the laser is used for CQB operations or any kind of environment. So you're not going to actually have the rifle all the way up, you know, near your eye. You're just going to have it canted in the ready position to pull it up just in case you have to take a longer shot than, you know, than you think you're going to need the laser for. So, I mean, it's just the laser is just a close-in range system that helps you without having to looking down the optic.
For target acquisition.
Right. So, I mean, like, and you know, with the optic, you sighting your optic at, what, 50, 100 yards or whatnot. Where you put that dot is not where it's going to go. It's the height of a bore effect with that. So, that's why you sight in the laser system for a more close-in operation, I guess.
Yeah,
or
and then too, it also depends on what you're going to be using.
Right.
The type of laser for. You might be using a laser like that. You can use those to hunt.
Right.
So you might be hog hunting, and you want to keep that thing zeroed out at 100 yards or something like that. So,
right.
You know, once again, it's each his own. We set our rifles up for like a CQC or CQB, whatever you want to call it, type application. So we do ours just a little bit different than what you might use yours for. So that's it.
Yep, that's about it. Any questions, comments? Hit us up below. And I guess that'll be it.
Yeah.
Peace.